Okay, might should be on then. Okay, here we go. Hello everyone. Hello. I am back again. Just continuing on with Crash Bandicoot 2. Cortex Strikes Back. As anyone can see from my previous ones, we kind of gave this game a break. We did complete the first game. Since then I have not gone back and got all the gems. So what the hell? My mouse was just working. Hold on. Maybe I need to click on the game. Oh wait, I just turned it off. There it goes. Why am I not hearing anything? Hold on. That's not it. No. No. Whoops. I'm not hearing any music. Did I turn it off last time? It's been forever since I've touched this, so let's continue. I think I can change the volume once we're in. But yeah, this is just like another game from my childhood. I actually vividly playing the third one, Warped, a lot more. Remember me and my siblings, we played that so much that to the point that I think we broke the disc. The disc wasn't working anymore. Okay, yeah, the volume. I'm not hearing any game. Okay, I did. Oops. Oops, son of a. Let's put the 8. There we go. So I did turn it off last time. I wonder why. Maybe I was trying to do some of the other ones past, like off stream. Last time I touched this game, we did this. We didn't get the gem for that. Didn't that. Actually, I guess this is the last one we left off on. Rune Nation. Alright. I'm gonna be so rusty, guys. It's been forever since I've touched this. Unlock a new path by earning the green gem elsewhere. I don't think I have the green gem, so. Oh lord. Oh wait, I think I remember this. Ooh. I don't think I can touch you. I think I remember that. Damn it. I knew it. Bitch. What the? How'd I fall off? Just gotta be careful. Woo. I was scared. I thought I was gonna do something. Ooh, I got another one. Oh, I have the gun. Oh. Bitch. Oh, are you serious? Oh my god. I forgot how frustrating this damn... Really? I forgot how frustrating this game was. Oh, I thought it was finished. Are you serious? Damn it. Bitch. Oh, that was scary. Oh, bitch. That shouldn't have counted. What the hell? Ah. What the? No! Are you serious? There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Oh god. What the hell? It's not working. What the hell? Oh my god. It's not working. Oh. Wee. Damn it. I was trying to see if I could jump, but it wouldn't let me. Is there a run slide function? I can't. I gotta. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Are you serious? I'm doing this one more time. Forgot how annoying this game was. That's another reason why I put it on pause, because oh my god. Stressful. Okay, I'm done. On my face. Ooh. Are you serious? That shouldn't have counted. Oh my god.
Game over.
It's only been 20 minutes. I want to turn this damn game off. Oh, that was close.
What do we got?
No! Damn it! Are you serious?
What do we got?
Ah, set me all the way back here. I thought it was this one. Hmm. Damn it.
What do we got?
Ooh. No! I needed that! Fuck you, you damn monkey!
What do we got?
Camera face.
What do we got?
Oh, thank you, Jesus. You serious right now? still kind of... Oh, damn it, I timed it wrong again. Ugh. You've gotta be kidding me. So over this. I can't even say anything. Okay. No. This level's pissing me off. Let's try this one. Special gem lies beyond a clever deception. Okay. Get my face. Ah, bitch. Oh, I forgot I could do that. I can only do it certain. What the hell? make that jump? I swear there was like some sliding function I could. There we go. Okay. Oh, come on.
Game over.
I just can't. It just started and I already want to turn this damn game off.
Who do we got?
Freaks me out when he does that. How do I... Oh, wait, do I need to go to that left side? That looks like that has a bit more coverage. Let's try it.
Who do we got?
I thought I went to that side once. Damn it! That wasn't the one I was trying to click on. Itch. The hell? Damn it. Oh, come on.
Game over. Who do we got?
Damn it.
Who do we got?
was trying to get back in. Uh, my life.
Game over.
Serious.
What have we got?
I knew it. That is a life ice. No! Damn it. Just trying to avoid that.
What have we got?
My life. I'm so over this. I don't even care anymore.
What have we got? Game over. What have we got?
I pressed it.
What have we got?
I think it's so sensitive when it wants to be, but then make the slider move and it's like you move the whole foot.
What have we got?
Nice.
What have we got?
Hey, look, short. Sh Stockholm. Just playing some Crash Bandicoot. And honestly, now I remember why I kind of gave this game a break. Because this shit is stressful. I just got back from college. How was your day? My day was fine. I did have work today, and I was kind of expected right before you get to, I mean, with it being pretty much tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and a lot of places are closed. People are trying to get in their Black Friday shopping in now. But mind you, there'll be the same people who come back tomorrow, either to get whatever deal, whatever Black Friday deal is going on, or to just pick up more stuff. But, yeah. I mean, it wasn't a hard day, it was just busy. What exactly happens in Thanksgiving, by the way? We don't celebrate it we don't celebrate it in my place. I mean, it depends. Each family's different. But like, I guess the norm would be everyone just cooks a bunch of food, and you'd either, and it depends on whoever I guess wants to host. Either that person can make all the food, or everyone can bring in like one or two dish, and they all bring it together, and everyone just eats, have fun, laugh, play games. That's kind of pretty much how my Thanksgiving is, and for most people I know. Also, how does turkey taste? It depends, because everyone makes turkeys a bit different. So it's a family feast. Yeah, pretty much, just like a huge family feast. Everyone, either one person does all the cooking, and then, everyone just digs in that way, or maybe so that way the cooking's not all on one person. Everyone will bring, like, maybe a dish or two, and then everyone will share the food that way. And yeah, everyone just eats, laughs, has fun. Maybe play some board games, video games, party games, and yeah, just catch up. Especially if maybe we haven't seen family members in a while for like the whole year. So sounds fun, not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, it's pretty fun. Also, I've also heard from other people. I mean, it's not to be just family; it could be like friends. I've heard people be like, "Oh, I'm not celebrating it with my family." Maybe their family's like another country or something, and they're, or maybe like in another state and they couldn't go. Sometimes they'll do the same thing and it'll be with like friends. Everyone will get friends together and just do the same thing. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I do it, and for most people I know, that's how they do it too. So this depends, but yeah, that's kind of pretty much. If only I had good bond with my family, but fuck it, we ball. I mean, yeah. Plus, like I said, most people, if that's your situation, some people will do it to friends, or maybe will. I mean, I guess like, is movie theaters open? I think they are, cause sometimes they post movies on Thanksgiving, so sometimes people make it like a me day, go out and spoil themselves. I guess in a way, be thankful for themselves that they're alive and well. So, Jesus, that was loud. Um, Yeah, I've heard some people being like, "Oh, I'm just gonna make it a me day," whether that's them just being home, chilling, relaxing, not doing anything. Um, what am I thankful for? Honestly, I'm thankful for my family. Just that because this year has been pretty rough. Uh, I'm not well. I mean, every year has been pretty rough since COVID, but I don't know. Feel like for me personally, feel like this year's been pretty rough. But I would say I am lucky that I've had like family and support me, tell me it was gonna be okay, picking myself up and helping me, do continue, showing that there is another. What's the saying? I can't remember the saying, but basically it'll get better. Um, um, I mean, in a way, it kind of was also a blessing in disguise because it has helped me stream a lot more. Because before, I only used to stream on Saturdays and Sundays, because those were the only 2 days I kind of had like to myself. I tried like jumping in and doing streams on like the other days, but with the job I had at that time, the few times I did do it, I would be exhausted, and then I had to get up really early to be at work again, and it was a lot. So, it might have not seemed like a blessing because of what happened. which honestly, in my opinion, was bull, but whatever. But yeah. So I'm thankful, for my family and for, everything. Knowing that everything's gonna work out, everything's gonna get better, and I just gotta just keep pushing on, cause can't let this world stop you. But like I said, in that way, it did help me kind of stream more. So I like that. Damn it. 11:11 in my place. Make a wish. Oh, that's funny because it's 12:41 where I am. Uh, mm, well, okay. I'll say my wishes. I hope Friday just isn't crazy. Um, oh, AM. Oh, wow. So you must be like in a whole different time zone. Uh, no, I was just saying. With it Black Friday being, Friday, and me having to work there. I have a wish in mind, but I won't say it. I'll just let you know. By the way, do you Black Friday shop? Cause Black Friday isn't how it used to be. At least, um, back then people used to like really be in stores and really just be out trying to get all these deals and whatnot. And there were a lot of times on the news, people would be like getting seriously hurt. Some people even dying because they're getting trampled on for people pushing him. They're trying to get in to get these deals. Nah, Black Friday isn't a thing in my place. Once again, really? I mean, I guess it is kind of, well, like a U.S. kind of thing. Uh, I mean, me honestly, someone who's worked retail, every day is a Black Friday in my country. Really interesting. Yeah, at least for where I am, it's basically this time of the year after not Christmas, Thanksgiving, where stores, retails, whether it's online or in stores, all have like try to have like these huge discounts. Um, to I guess in a way to get out to push back out all their old stuff, so that way I guess in a way they can make room for the new stuff that's coming in and try to make that money up for I guess not selling throughout the year. But like I said, for someone like myself who's worked retail before, you're from the States, right? Yeah. Um, like I'm saying, for someone who's worked retail before in multiple different like versions, whether it was like clothes or food. No. That is totally. I get that Black Friday is kind of like a states thing. I know it's not something that the rest of the world does, which for me it's like really, but I'm like, yeah, I guess makes sense. I mean, why would they do that? But I was saying that for me personally, after learning, because I never was a huge Black Friday shopper, anyways. I would kind of get into the hype of, oh, cool, maybe I would, but I never did. I was like, I'm not going in there. And plus, after hearing all like the news segments of people getting hurt or even killed after getting trampled on by these people to get these deals, I'm like, I'm not dying to get no deal. And 9 to 10. And after me working retail, I learned that these whole Black Friday deals, some of them are good and some of them kind of not. The real deal is more around time New Year. So basically, it's like when the new year starts because that's when they're really trying to push out all their old stuff to make room for all the new stuff that's gonna be coming out that year. So that's when like everything's pretty much going to like clearance. Um, Sometimes they'll have like depending on the stores, and maybe they have a lot of something they're trying to get rid of. They'll have like a huge sale, like, hey, this is 75% off. Probably some way better than whatever deal they had during Black Friday. That stuff sounds busy. It really is. And the thing is, it was super busy years ago. Like, I wouldn't say around the time COVID. I think it was like even before that. I think it was more once like the internet started really booming. A lot of stores were doing more. We're seeing that they were making more profits with online stuff. And it's like nowadays everyone has a smartphone. Everyone has some type of device like that to where you can easily nowadays you can order food, you can order clothes, shoes, I mean, hell, if you got an Amazon, you could basically just just buy everything off of that. Closest thing I've seen to Black Friday is Korea Kenji and Markiplier playing the horror game named Black Friday. It was a game called Black Friday. That's funny. If it's about our Black Friday, that is funny. Which, because in a way, back in the day, it kind of was like a horror thing because it was like you're risking your life to get deals. But yeah, I learned way back then that it's more after. It's legit about a retail shop. That is funny. Oh my god. I didn't. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if someone did. Cause Black Friday back in the day was wild. Like you heard horror stories of people getting hurt or killed from trying to get these deals, and it's like that's nuts. I would never. You're an employee. You sort stuff in aisles and help customers. Okay. But then I guess the horror aspect is when I guess it's the rush comes in and you just I guess these people form into like monsters trying to get these deals and it's like oh my god. Which actually it's funny because people are like that in real life when it comes to Black Friday. These people will come up to you, either would be you would think they were possessed. They're like, "Where's the deals? Where's the deals?" Or they'll be totally rude to you, um, or people just being really inconsiderate. So it really is kind of like a horror scene dealing with Black Friday in like a retail store. No, no, because honestly, I'm glad I'm taking a break. This game's been pissing me off. Like I said, I got now. I remember why I kind of gave this a break. This thing was giving me a headache. But what I was gonna say, yeah, at least for me personally, I know the deals are more after Black Friday. Now we kind of have like Cyber Monday, which is like the same thing, but it's online. But nowadays, Black Friday deals are online too, so it kind of doesn't really make any sense to have a Cyber Monday when it's pretty much gonna be the same deal you got on Black Friday. Before it didn't. Before Cyber Mondays were something separate from Black Friday. Now it's all just one big thing. So really, you can think Black Friday for us here in the States is kind of like 4 days. So it's that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then sometimes the sale continues on to like Monday. What's your favorite event slash festival of the year? Mm, I would say I know people will say Christmas. I would say that's probably like my second. And I might be a little biased because it's also in the month of my birthday. But I've always loved 4th of July. I've always loved whenever we get to that time and people start firing up firecrackers safely, mind you, because oh my god, people have been getting crazy about that too. Just blowing up firecrackers in front of their place, and sometimes you gotta be careful because sometimes it might not be a firecracker going off you're hearing, so you gotta be careful about that. But I've always loved, yeah, America. Yeah, no, it really does scream America. It's like, really? Like, like, don't do something that's so obvious that everyone makes fun of and actually do it. Like, come on now. Like, why would you do that? But yeah, so I've always loved that time. That when people get together and have barbecues, the people bring out the burgers, the hot dogs, bringing out the grills and just having like a huge party during summertime. And like I said, I'm a little biased because my birthday is July 13th. So it's like we kind of had like this huge celebration, and then a couple of days later, it's my birthday. So, but I've always loved 4th of July. And then Christmas was probably the second. I've always just loved Christmas. I love how American memes are just associated with the guns and shit. Yeah, which is like, wow. I'm like, I know that's not what all we're for, but how people act that they make it seem like that's all we're good for. Yeah, July 13th. That's my birthday. Actually, did I? No. Damn it. I did a post-birthday stream, kind of. Well, me just talking about what I did for my birthday. The VOD for that would still be up on my YouTube, so you guys can definitely check that out. Mine's just February 8th. Oh, cool. So yours is like right before Valentine's Day. Do you celebrate Valentine's Day where you're from? I think that might be I mean, I know it's like a worldwide thing, but I know some countries don't really celebrate the same way we do. I know in like in I mean yeah, but I know each some countries do it is a bit different. So I know I was gonna say here in Japan, where they do it, 'cause they kind of have like Valentine's Day and then they have White Day, which is Valentine's Day. It's really for the girls giving out chocolates and gifts to the guys, and then a month later on March 14th is the White Day, where the guys have to return the favor and give them gifts for them receiving gifts a month ago. So that's kind of why I was bringing that up. Yeah, I know White Day. I know that from a horror game once again. There was a horror game that had White Day in it. That's funny. Damn it. I knew I was gonna die. It's just... How am I supposed to do this? I don't know. I'm actually kind of sad. It's actually kind of sad for me because my girlfriend and I just split before yesterday. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Uh, where can I go? Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I was like, how do I go down? I'm so sorry to hear that. I just hope it wasn't for anything too, I mean, things happen, but I just hope it ended on good terms, hopefully. Yeah, we're going through a rough patch. Oh, that's unfortunate. But I'll pray you both make through it, because, like I said, this last couple of years, it wasn't on good terms. Oh, no. I mean, I get it. The last couple of years have been rough, and it just feels like it's just getting harder and harder. But we all just gotta push through it, and hopefully we come out of it all sane, not ready to pull each other's hair out. Oh, like I'm about to with this damn game. I'm pretty young, but this girl is worth everything, you know? I mean, hopefully it'll work out. Maybe, because what's kind of cliche, but the saying, if you love something, let it go. And then if it comes back to you, then it's yours. And if it didn't, then I guess that's where you get your answer. But I am hoping and praying that it will work out. 'Cause like I said, with everything going on in the world, we need more love and hope and peace, because shit be crazy. Woo! Damn it! Doesn't help that I'm a literature nerd and a poet. Really? That's cool. I don't think I've ever met anyone who is into literature. Damn it! And is a poet. Shit, when was the last time I knew anyone who wrote poems? Maybe back in school, but that was years ago. I'm an English major too. Oh. Did I know anyone who did English as their major? I don't think so. Or if they did, I don't remember. What? I hate my life. I thought I could flip. What? I thought I could flip on that thing. Could I not? Or is it I'm not a very interactive person? So she was all I had. It may sound cringy, but I mean it. I mean, I guess I'm kind of the same. I don't really go out as much either. God damn it. I don't really interact with people that much, too. So, you know what? No. Now I know. Now I really am getting. She was my best friend. Oh, no. She kind of changed. Which, that's unfortunate, but whether it's, you know, sometimes people change for the good and sometimes they change for the bad. And when they change for the bad, it's really. I was like, what the hell? It's really heartbreaking when people just change. But it's like something I've learned that at the end of the day, everyone is different. Everyone's gonna want different things. And everyone has like their. What the fuck? How was I supposed to. Man, no, I did this before. I'm only gonna do this like a couple of more times, and then I think I'm gonna do something else after this. Because I have forgotten how stressful this game was. Oh my god. I remember I had a friend like that. Like, we were like the best of friends, and damn it. Forger, I don't know how to pronounce that, said, "You were destined for me, perhaps as a punishment." There we go. Woo! Damn it. I don't even know what button I pressed to do that. What was I saying? Oh, right. Like, I had a friend like that, too. Like, we were just friends. It was a girl. And we were, like, the best of friends. We got along so well. Like, we had so much in common. And then, god damn it. It was like, once we got to the next grade, which were us moving on to middle school, we didn't have much classes as we used to. And then it was just like last time I saw her, I started hearing like crazy things about her. And she had just changed so much. And I was just like, oh my god. And I was like, it really lets you know, like, people could be different one year. Could be someone you can get along with one year. And then the next year they just totally change on you. Which is crazy, but it's like you don't really know what's going on in their life. Like 100%. Do you love someone like romantically? No, no. Honestly, I'm more just trying to keep myself intact and not pull my hair out, because one, I don't know, I'm the person that doesn't really deal with stressful situations well. I'm more like, let's just all just get along and get peace and whatnot. So anything like stressful and just uncomfortable, I'm just like, no, I don't have time for this. No, honestly, this game is giving me a headache. And luckily I have tomorrow off, but you know what, I think, even though this was pretty short, I think we'll do something else for stream. This, I don't think my brain can keep going. So we're gonna turn that off. I think I did this last time with one of the streams I did. We did like a short try to play the game. It drove me insane, and then we just did something else. I think we just watched like some YouTube videos, so we're gonna do that. Let's see if there's something. It's not gonna get me demonetized. I mean, I don't think so. Unless I'm playing like some music or something. I mean, here on Twitch is fine, but I'm also live streaming on YouTube, and I know how they are. If I know it was gonna be like this, I would have picked out something. YouTube has a stingy system. They really do. Like, oh my god. Like, there's a few my past VODs I've checked that have like copyright, but they say it's not affecting my uh it's not affecting the videos. Like the videos are still up. They're not blocked or anything. It's just like they were copyright claim because the music played for a little bit, but it wasn't to the point like the whole video was just unplayable. Like so people could still watch it. I mean, I guess at this point, it's kind of glad I'm not demonetized. I mean, monetized yet to get demonetized. I'm trying to think. What should I look up? Oh, actually, we did do some anime ciphers last time, and there's a lot more, so we could actually do that. And I feel low talking about it. There, let's pick you up. Let's see. So last one I did was the. No, you're fine. Honestly, I think I was making a stream kind of unbearable. Me just being stressed out about this damn game. Let me see. So last one I showed on stream was the Anime Sensei Rap Cipher by Game Boy Jones. Then the Yandere one by Hollow CG. Let me see. There were some other ones I really... Did I not? I swear I thought I saved them. Let me check. What's your favorite anime, by the way? Ooh, actually, no. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna save this one. Cause there's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Rap cipher that's so good. But I'm actually gonna wait and I'm gonna save that one for when we do, our Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast episode that we'll do next month. I'll do the two. The Cam Steady, he did two. He did one with the protagonists, and then he did one with the villains. So I want to play those we after I do my podcast episode. Those were, oh my god, they're so good. Oh, but I can do this Hashira one. That one's pretty good. What's your favorite anime, by the way? My favorite anime, and this is one I've talked about. It's kind of the. Whoop, let me fix myself on my chia. It's the one that got me into anime. I love Sailor Moon. I love anything Sailor Moon. It's so good. Me. Ooh, perfect. Okay. I just want to double check, make sure it would pop up. So let me, yeah. So I'll do this one, the Hashira Rap Cipher. Pause. By Rustage. Mine is Tokyo Ghoul. Ooh, Tokyo Ghoul is a good one. First season, so good. Second season, they really botched it. No, the first season, amazing. 10 out of 10. Rewatch it like so many times. It's just that they really messed up the second season. And then they try to backtrack with the third season and everything just felt kind of off. But first season, so it's like, I remember I watched a video, someone talking about it. It was like, first season, 10 out of 10 perfect. Second season, not so good, pretty bad. Then the third season was kind of, was kind of getting it kind of back up to good. So, like, first season, so to most people's, if they were rating it, so like Tokyo Ghoul, first season one, their all time favorite. Then they would probably go to the third season, or Tokyo Re, I think it's called. That would be people's second, and then the second season would be everyone's like least favorite. They should have gone with the manga, which they didn't, unfortunately. Yeah, that's what I learned. I was like, the video I was like watching was baked with them basically going over how the second season should have went according to the manga. And when I watched it, like years ago when I first started watching Tokyo Ghoul, I was like, what the hell? What, like, why'd they change so much? Why'd they do everything so different? Like, what were they thinking? But it's like, these animators, well, not even the animators, the freaking companies that be doing this. It's like, why not just follow the story the way it was supposed to be made? Like, it wasn't even like the manga. I don't think the manga was ongoing at the time, at least around that part. I think it was done. And I think the person was on Tokyo Re. So they could have done it. I don't know. There's a lot of animes like that Could definitely use a remake. Kind of like a whole Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood uh type of remake. So let me fix that. Alright, so we'll watch this. This one's really good. This is one of my favorite ones I've watched. Make sure the volume's up. Wait, how much time do you have today for the stream? I could probably go for like at least for like another hour. Sure. What request? So I can keep going until like the 2 hour mark. So I say another 40, 50 minutes. I could do that. I mean, there's so many anime ciphers. I can't even, there's so many of them that I haven't seen yet. So many that I need to see. So many that I just listen on repeat because I'm just like, oh my god, this is so good. But yeah, so let's watch this one, and you can definitely put in your request in, and we can check that one out next. So let me just make sure this volume is up. Yep. All right. So this is the Hashira rap cipher rustage, with some people, especially some ones who do their own anime ciphers. So let's check it out. Is it? I hope this isn't childish, but I'd like to show you the entire Ben 10 timeline, animated by Ink Tank. Why does that sound familiar? Did I watch that? I think I might have. We can check that out too. I love Ben 10. Oh my god, the OG Ben 10, classic, so good. That Ben 10, Ben 10. I think it's Alien Force, then the Ultimate Alien after that, and after that, I kind of stopped watching because it wasn't like they. I mean, the change in the anime style for I forgot what was the other season after that. Kind of threw me off. And I don't know, I kind of just fell off of that. And then they like rebooted Ben 10 over again, like original Ben 10, but it's like totally different, totally more comedy driven, kind of like what they did with Teen Titans. So I was just like, but yeah, we could definitely watch that next.
New degrees are turning off the gas. Through the trees I turn them up to ash. Fruit machine and dropping squads like cash. Bring a red sun like I'm from Japan. I go off the rails, I'm causing tracks. I be on your tails, I best watch your back. Like a coffin nail to go knock 'em flat. I'm conducting trains like I'm top 'em hats. Shut it down a two strike. We gonna clip the songs, the moonlight. Rewrite the script like rolling you dice. The 2 times like using blazer two strike. Look at my gold stars are too nice. Way that I mold bars are pure light. I've got a bold heart, I got a whole fast. See the pole dance like ooh my. 10 big rounds with a gap in my chest and I act like the best cause I am, bitch. I bring lights to the shadow of the
Is that what it was? Omniverse? That was the one with the anime style rebooted, well, the anime style changed, but the story was still continuing. It threw me off for a bit, and I watched a few episodes of it, which it was still good, but I don't know why. I don't know why I stopped watching it. Yeah, I can't remember why I stopped watching it. Fuck the reboot though. We don't talk about reboot. Yeah, no. I saw some clips on YouTube, and I was like, the hell is this? I was like, why would they do this? I was like, Ben 10 was fine the way it was. Oh no, not the donut, man. I love Rengoku. Oh my god. Freaking Mugen Train, man. That was, ugh. That movie had me in tears. I've said this 100 times, and I will say it until these damn movies get a release date. I cannot wait for the, Infinity Castle arc. Like I said, I have not read the manga, so I'm totally going into it completely blind when these movies come out. So, but I just can't wait. I know it's gonna be crazy what's supposed to be happening in this final arc. But no, I love Rengoku, and what happened to him was just, ugh. Literally, I was crying at the end of the movie. I saw it in theaters. They did Ben 10 with Gravity Falls art style. Is that what it looked like? I don't remember. I'll have to look that up again.
death understand at the end like an asterisk. They gon' say that my track in a minute like it's after effects. I do damage. 86 with my magical breath when it bad with the left doing cantrips.
Yo, get into it. He moving that fishbowl on display.
Lutero.
My head in that ozone off the mist, I'm about to lose it. He missed cause he don't aim me looking tight cause I feel ruthless. Act like I'm a fruit cause my machismo incongruent. Pussy just know if you try me then I'm still gon' fucking do it. PTSD, I'm stuck in the mist about it. Them cold sweats never leave. Pray I don't crash. So what I'm reaping now, no, I always got death in me. Chop expensive, I bought it to steal your soul.
When you find out how young he is, and apparently how nasty he is with a sword, It's like, oh my god. Like, if I'm not mistaken, he's supposed to be like a couple of years younger than Tanjiro, and yet he, after what was it, like 2 months of him joining the Demon Slayer Corps, he rose up to be a Hashira, and he's like one of the top two. Like people kept like alluding that like no, he is nasty. Is he the one with the dementia? Not really dementia. That he can't. I haven't watched the show, so I don't know much. Um, Basically, he kind of like walks around in a fog because he lost his memories due to a traumatic event. That happened in his past. So, so he's kind of just like, huh, in his own little world, just he'll look up at the cloud where everyone else is having like a serious conversation. And he's like, that looks like a bird, and then he'll like name a specific bird, and you're like, what the hell? But yeah, no. Apparently, he is disgusting when it comes with a sword. Like, oh my god! And have you seen God, what arc was it? It's the Swordsmith Village arc. That's where he really shines when you see his skills. You're like, what is that? Like, what? Yeah, no. Murachiro, at first I didn't like him because of how like kind of non-nonchalant and rude he was. But when you hear about his backstory, it's kind of how you are with a lot of them. I mean, kind of. But when you learn about his backstory, you're just like, oh my god. And even when you find out how young he is, yeah, and he's like super forgetful. He'll forget things. Like you tell him something, and he'll be like, wait, what was it? What happened? What were we doing? Protect the poor baby.
Yeah, I'm looking for a man. What I'm told to me, when I'm pushing, no one can. Hit him, nigga, slam down, and I got mad pounds, and I stand proud to go fly.
I was blanking on her name. What is her name? Kanroji. What's her first name? Mitsuri Kanroji. There we go. I was like, why was I blanking on her name? It was like at the tip of my tongue. Now oh my god, I love her. I love her like, I liked when I first saw her. I don't like how Mitsuri's entire identity is finding a husband. Like, what the fuck? I mean, that is kind of off, especially since kind of everyone else kind of had like tragic backstories and why they became a demon slayer. And hers, in a way, I guess I kind of get it because people looked down on her, said she wasn't really. Cause you gotta think about it. This is like 1800s, I think. This is supposed to be taking place of, and the fact that she's so strong and like she's stronger than an average woman. Her hair color changed. That at that time, during that time, they were like, no, women have to be frail and delicate and need to be protected. So I guess in the way that she's trying to find someone who is one stronger than her, so that way she, I guess, could kind of in a way fit that role, but also find someone who will accept her for her strength and whatnot. But her sword is sick. That is like oh my god, the fact that it's a whip and she's able to move it around like that, like her fight scene was nuts.
When I pull it back, hoping that it's difficult with skill on the track. Filling them with callous showers, catching doubters, setting up a dude, a clown to get clapped. Searching for the forms, I still want more. She's in awards, I give them psych. Winning this war, feel no remorse. Look at the lore, we're not alike. You hurt my friends, I'm all for content, control force, it gets to keep you warm. Yeah, I'm sweet as a cake store, I got the cake store, bad sides of wind, love storm, ayy. Feeling like I can make it to my comrades, they pile up and stack on me, catching blaze, making me shake, I got ravaging, stabbing, I'm managing all of the stakes. Made a mistake, trying to show my strength away. I will not let myself break, so I'll be great. Stood in a day, loyal, the kindness through all of the pain.
Oh, she likes the snake dude, right? I forgot. Yeah, you could definitely tell there's a romance going on between them. You like the blind. Oh, what was his name? Himajima. Yeah, no, he is nasty. Especially when you saw what he did in the last episode of the Hashira training arc, you could definitely see. Yeah, that's his name. What he did at the end of that arc, oh my god, now you can see why he is like the top Hashira, cause what the hell? Who is this? Oh, Tomioka! I love Tomioka too.
I'm way too wavy. Put demons down in the ground when I water the corpse. To be raising daisies after my break, give them pain like pastry. In a way, you'll take me. Two-tone drip and the blade work crazy. Black, blue, steel, and sheet turn the scene to the sea, but I ain't with Navy.
Oh my god, yes. Wait, who? Himajima or Tomioka? I mean, everyone's backstory is just tragic, except for Kanroji's. Hers is kind of sad, but it's not like just straight up just tragic. But like, if you're talking about the stone, that's what he is, the stone Hashira. Oh my god, no, his was fucked up. Like his was really messed up. Like the fact that he did all that and then got blamed, and like, and then you kind of saw something. I'm not gonna say, 'cause I think it might be a spoil. Like the fact that he just punched a demon to death. That's like, damn, right? He didn't fight with no sword, no weapons. The fact that he killed a demon with his bare hands is like to show that man is nasty, just nasty. And when he fights with his, he doesn't even fight with a sword. No, the kid, no, the little girl that said that he did it. That I'm not, that I'm not blaming for her for that. I'm blaming someone else. Which, if you saw the scene, I'm not gonna spoil for anyone who hasn't seen it yet or seen that part, but you could definitely tell something happened that led to that event happening. And when you see the person, you're like, wait a minute, haven't I seen you before? And I think that person's supposed to play a very big part in the, yeah. But I want to go too into it. I forget his name too, but yeah.
Get him drawn and quartered, so I separate bodies like the Panama Canal. Torches more, but get him waterboarded till the sun comes up where your stamina's run out. You're in deep with a deep blue, so far gone that a mariner could drown. Wet up a chest, make a demon's t-shirt see-through. Bet that the cameras come
Forgot his name. No, I forgot his name too. I know what he looks like, but I don't remember his name either.
MC isn't gonna pass me up. Beating me? Seriously, you're joking, mate. You got me cracking up. If you overstay upon the ocean waves, I bring the cracking up. Plugged in with the equipment deck, the stake of the
Now, for him, what's his name again? Obanai. There we go. Oh yeah, Obanai. Anime-wise, we don't know his backstory. We don't know why he wears the bandages, why he has the snake, which I don't want to know yet, because I'm sure that'll be revealed in the movie. But yeah. Plus, he's nasty too. When you saw the beginning of the Hashira training arc with him and Sanami, that's his name? Sanami, yeah. I do know I spoiled myself a lot. Oh, I tried not to, but you know how the internet is. You look up one thing and you end up getting spoiled. You're like, son of a. I guess it kind of works with me, but that I sometimes will forget months later. But if something like this, I probably will remember, so I don't want any spoilers. That's why I'm kind of glad I forgot the dude's name, because I'm just like I know what he looked like, and I'm just like, I didn't like you from the beginning. But I'm just like, I don't remember his name. Did they say it in the anime? Maybe they said it once, but then that was it. And I was just like, F him. Oh yeah, and his sword is sick. Like, what is that? Like, I love how the Hashira's blades, a lot of them are really different. Like, his is different. Who else was different? No, Rengoku's was the same. Just the design was cool. Same with Muchiro's. It was just like a light tilted blue, which is really pretty. Kanroji, hers is different from an average sword. No, Tomioka's, his is the same. His is a regular sword, just colored. Oh, Tengen, yes. He uses very unique swords. Sanami, no. His is like a straight up sword. Yeah, he has chain blade, which was crazy. It's like, what? And they have like a little cut in the middle of them. So it's really cool. Who else? No, Sanami, his sword is like basic. Just like it's green to look like wind. Oh, Shinobu. Shinobu's sword is definitely unique. I love her. But she was the first character I was just like, ooh, I like her. Hirojima, yeah, his is different because he fights with he doesn't even have a sword. Man fights with a chain and a axe, and then like like malice at the end. It's like what? And then Tengen. But yeah, continue.
Bad mouth, she's sitting upon it regardless, riding without no harness. Baby in pink and braless, dove and goes for the cobra and knows how to charm it. These bitches have been synthetic, but I hid it inside of get the skin, trying to kill credit, see beneath that he was been embedded right round.
Like I said, we don't know his backstory. At beginning I didn't really like him because of how rude and mean he was, like the Tanjiro, and how quick he was to, even after the master was just like, no, she's fine. He was still going to not a Hashira, but Inosuke's swords are cool. His is cool, but it's funny how he chips his sword. When he did it in the first season and his sword master got so angry, was ready to kill him. It was so funny because his swords are, comes out the way it is. But he does that to make them all chip and jagged like that. It's so funny.
That sound like a kick fetish, getting rip shredded like a gym head is fucking impressive, like an like a fucking I'll just charge as it goes like sim credit, better bring medic, get popped in your top fucking ring, big better side flipping neck, he's pissed the bed, prick left line in the wet patch, misdirect, disconnect, I advise that you head back, now you want your head back, try this tech with his breast stack, now you're all out of time like jet
But I do like that he has two different color eyes. Maybe that'll be explained too once we learn about his backstory. But I did think that was interesting. I was like, ooh, he has two different color eyes.
You're deaf lad, if you enter this pit with me, it's a death trap.
Move at the wind if I catch my clip in the mission, my final deliverance. Light as a feather, I move uninhibited. Blinking, you miss it, potential is limitless. Cut through a cynic, it's still with a green beam. Ruins out, I can't ever be seen.
Edochromia. Okay, yeah. I was like, what's it called again? I remember watching another anime and they said it. But I was just like, what's it called? But yeah, that's what it was.
You ain't making the A, B, or C team. Little bro demon when you hit him with a chop. You hear pop, pop, or you see a nigga drop. I seen a lot, I ain't never gonna stop till the bloodshed of the undead get a clot. I can tend to be impulsive and push it, the culprit, and run upon a nigga with a full clip and pull it. My penetrator box, no protection. Yes, test him. I'm a savage with a weapon. May hit perfection. It's a blessing if I bleed him. As if he's sneezing. Wipe his nose if I bless you. These are preaching. I leave him holy on the slab, but this is not at all. You know this has to
Genya? I think that's his name? Yeah, no, Genya's like what he did in the Swordsmith Village arc. Yeah, that was nuts. And whatever else is supposed to happen, because he got trapped. I mean, all the Demon Slayers got sent to the... Yeah, I guess his name is... I think that's his name. Unless I'm thinking about someone else. I think his name is Genya.
Saber, all of his body's death faded. I guarantee that all of my opposites are overrated. They're scarring from a face from a waist and then they're fading away until all my enemies die. My blade is faded.
Shinobu! Okay, sounds great. I love Shinobu. Everyone been using ring swords and stuff, and my name pulls up with a blick, right? Right. Everyone else is fighting with a sword. Someone, I forgot who it was. Someone did like a what's the word? Commentary about that whole arc and how everyone else is fighting with swords and whatnot. And when they were fighting the demon that popped up in the Swordsmith Village, they kind of made a joke, and it was like, wait, did he just pull up with a blick? It was so funny.
Burden alone after he cheated his death. The giant soldier of stone, but he can't be on defense. He had to work till he's grown, put in his team through the test. Until the myth of Sisyphus is just how we get in reps. Blind man, but the world's transparent. Been in war since he was orphaned, and my learned fam perished when they died. Heard the wails, melt the cries as they flail. So I turned it to a weapon when it's time to impale. To remind of the tale of a kind that they slayed. I could die any night, so I can't be afraid. As I spark on my mark and my heart starts to break. I know me and Muzan share a fate as a fader.
Like, he is just so cool, and the fact that he's such a kind, sweet-hearted person, it's just like, what happened to you should not have happened. That was fucked up. That was so messed up. Hanging. Someone who I used to work with, we were this was around the time this arc was coming out, and it explains why he's so emotional. Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean after all that, you would be emotional too. You but I had a coworker. We were kind of bonded because we were watching. We both watch anime, and this pardon me, this arc was coming out at the time, and then we were kind of talking about, oh, which Hashira is your favorite? And she was like, oh, she loved Tengen, so she was real happy that the upcoming season was gonna focus with him, like joining in with the group. Whoops.
Me to come be one of them, but I got loyalty. Ain't hard to visualize. I pull up with 3 different wives. I do this for all my brothers who ain't get the shine. Blurring cold when I like theirs and they can't get the mine. When I cut his head off, it's a candid, bitch, it's picture time. My chain keep my blades intact. I come, they gon' fade to black. My whole rotate gracefully.
Training for storm breathing needs a lot of willpower, which makes your emotions are kind of irregular in a way. Really? Do do do. Oh no, that was sick. When he got back up, defended Tanjiro, stopped him from being attacked by. You know what? Before we get to your Benten, I want to look that up real quick because that was a sick scene. Hold on. Demon Slayer. Oopsie, that's not how you spell Slayer. There. Entertainment District. Arc fight. When you see him pop up, you're like, yeah! Oh, he's alive! And then when you see him, you're like, holy shit, he's fighting with one hand. Oh, here it is, I found it. Aoi Todo and Tengen. Todo? Who's that? I'm blanking right now, hold on. Oh, yeah, no, he is the kind of almost kind of like All Might thing he did in season 2. That was nuts. Let me block that. Yeah, from JJK. I just looked him up. I just looked up his name real quick. I was like, who? That's not the scene I'm looking for. Oh, here it is. I just want to get straight to it. And clap and switch places. Yep. So, alright, I brought it up. We just gotta watch this real quick. And then we'll jump to the Ben 10 one. Here we go.
He's recovered from the poison. Damn it! I almost had him there. Don't give.
Look, like that was what? Hold on, go back. Damn it, let me see if I can pause it at the right time. And actually, just noticed this because look at that. So he gets up. He got it in his mouth. He got one in his mouth. He's using his other hand for that. And then I just noticed this. The bleeding hasn't stopped. So he's doing all this and he's still bleeding from the hand that got cut off. That is crazy. It's about that I don't like Gojo because he's so fangirled over. I mean, I guess for a guy, I do get that, but you do gotta admit, like his powers are cracked. That's kind of why they had to like seal him away. Like I actually didn't even notice this. So the fact that I did this and I'm like, wait, holy shit, that's right. It wasn't even like he stopped the bleeding, kind of. I mean, I guess he used his breathing to kind of stop the bleeding. No, he did it to like stop his heart, but not the bleeding. So he's doing all this and he's still bleeding from the hand that got cut off. That is nuts. And the fact that he just jumped in and he was just like, mind you, this man is poisoned, lost his hand, he's close to dying, and he's just like, yeah, let's do this. I'm ready to go. Round 2. The sibling story is sad too. Sibling story? Oh, Gyutaro and Daki. Oh no, that was sad. Because I know a lot of people had the same thing. We think this whole season, we see them, we're just like, man, F these two. Like, I don't care what kind of backstory they had. And then you saw, you're like, fuck. Like, oh man. like now I can't even feel bad. Like I can't hate them because it's like they got fucked over like heavily, and for like the good majority of their lives. So it was just like, man, you can't even hate them because that was fucked up. But yeah, no. One-handed. Yo, this scene broke the internet when they did this. And then, let's continue.
Right now, but that's not enough to beat him.
That broke. Then he gets stabbed. Then that, like, and then what happened to Taunt? Like, what the fuck? This whole part was just nuts. And then, freaking, I forgot about this. Then he just dragging her. No, they did. Oh, I didn't show when Tanjiro's mark went nuts. Oh, well, that's fine. But yeah, no. That whole scene, like, it's funny how almost every single arc has, like, this huge scene. Has, like, a scene that just blows up the internet. For the Entertainment District, it was that final fight with Gyutaro and Daki versus everyone. Season 1 was, I want to say, episode 19? When Tanjiro first used the Hito Kami Kagura. What was a good scene in? No, Mugen Train was the final fight with Rengoku and Akaza. Have Kaneki's leg twist? Oh, that leg twisting he did when Jack grabbed him. Are you talking about this? Can you see this? No, that was sick. That was, oh my god. When I remember I first saw this, I was like, ugh. That's like, you gotta think about it. He's a ghoul now. So stuff like that, he can easily regenerate. No, this scene was sick too. This fight scene between him, this final fight, when he finally just like went nuts. Let's see if I can Whoops. Forgot I turned off the screen. It ended so good. The opening was good. The way the season ended was good. This final fight scene was just sick. I'm wondering if the whole music's gonna play, because I don't want to get copyright. What's that one scene? When he like gets him pinned down and he does the counting thing that he was doing. Oh, they kind of skip it. That's fine. Alright, so let's do the... I also love Espo. I'll have the third season. I'll have to look it up on my own, cause I know dang well if I play any other opening, I'm definitely gonna get copyright stream. So let's... What was the... You said it was a Ben 10 timeline. It does. I really wish they do. There's so many animes I wish that they would do a remake of. Kind of, actually, let me see. Watch Mojo anime I know they made like a video. It was a while ago, very old. They made a video of like some of the animes that deserve a remake. Let me Yeah, I haven't watched one of their videos in a minute, but let's see, Rosary plus Vampire. I thought I just saw Tokyo Ghoul. No, it's just the opening. Welcome to Watch Mojo. Yeah, I used to watch them a lot, but I haven't in a minute. Let me see. I heard this manga's pretty good, but they said they really effed up the anime. Pandora Heart, I think that's what it's called. I myself have never watched it, but I heard the manga's good. But then they really messed up the anime.
Pandora Hearts.
Both the original series and the manga have a major cult following to their name, which isn't hard to see why, since the premise is essentially what happens when you mix the best shonen cliches with a darker take on Alice in Wonderland. After a young and spoiled noble finds himself plummeted into the alternate world known as the Abyss, his only chance at survival is putting his faith in the wild and deadly chain conveniently named Alice.
やっぱりあなたは来てくれた。嬉しい。
There's massive potential for an epic comeback here, what with every isekai under the sun.
You should watch Ancient Magic Bride in English. I need to get back into that. I keep forgetting to watch that. I watched the first season, and then I just never picked it back up. And I know they did season 2, so I'd have to rewatch. Cause I watched the first season when it came out, and if I'm not remembering wrong, I believe there was like a huge gap before they got into season 2. So I definitely would need to rewatch season 1.
Getting adapted. Give the people what they want.
さっきから胸騒ぎが収まらない。
Number 13, Slam Dunk.
Yeah, I've heard Slam Dunk was pretty good too. Oh, I've said this in time. Blue in the face. I want them to redo the original Fates, the Fate route. I want them to redo the Fate route, especially now that is it Ufotable that now has the licensing for it? That did Unlimited Blade Works and did the Heaven's Field movies. I believe so. Let me check real quick. Let me see. Fates, Day Night, Unlimited Blade Works. Right, it was Ufotable that did it. Have you watched Fate? Like the entire Fate franchise? I've seen a good portion of it. Let's see. So I've seen the original Fate. I've seen Fate Apocrypha. I've seen Fate Zero. What else? I started watching this and then I stopped. I don't know why. I was playing the mobile game for that. I haven't watched Fate Extra. I believe this is like a 1-episode thing, and I can't find it anywhere, so let's see. I haven't watched this one. That's kind of Fate. I swear there was another one. And I think there's like one that just came out recently too. Yeah, okay, yeah. Facing that Unlimited Blade Works by Ufotable. Yeah, so they did the remake. Cause I know I think it was Studio Dean did like their movie version of Unlimited Blade Works. And then Ufotable got like the licensing for it and they did the whole Unlimited Blade Works as a series, and that thing popped off. So what is Fate about? Basically it's just like actually, I think if I play this, it'll tell you.
Fate Stay Nights. You know which one we're talking about.
I am Saber, your servant. I have come in response to your summons.
Whereas Unlimited Blade Works and Heaven's Feel have been given the attention they deserve, the original venture is widely regarded as a choppy mess that doesn't deliver on the fights and is mostly remembered for a terrible CGI dragon and some really, really, really terrible dialogue.
Yeah, this was weird. Oh, maybe they're not gonna talk about it?
Just let Ufotable work their magic and give the Saber Roots what it deserves.
Yes!
And by that we mean gorgeously animated battles, exploring Saber's vulnerable side as a romantic option for Shiro, and most
That's just some
likely,
weird thing they
same
added,
with Rin
which...
and Saber. You know the one. Don't pretend you don't.
If I stop now, then the ritual won't work. This involves you too.
Really? Number 10, Soul.
Yeah, that was just some weird thing that they added, and it was just like, that was not even part of the show. Like, why would you do that? A part of the, like, main story. Oh, is that Kukulane? Or... Yep, that was him. Right there. That's my boy Lancer. Yeah, no, they need to redo the Fate route. I've said this 100 times. Ufotable needs to do the Fate route over again. New animation, to the story. Come on, y'all did it with Unlimited Blade Works and Heaven's Field. You can do it for the Fate route. People have been saying this for years. Because how old is this video? This came out 4 years ago. Come on now. Isn't Kukulane like an actual god? Is he? I'm not sure if he's an actual god, or if he, or maybe he was blessed by God, so he kind of has like certain privileges. But I'm not sure. I don't remember. Oh, this is another one. Akame got killed. They need to redo this one 100%. Cause the way where the anime and the manga stopped, the rest of where the manga continued is 10 times different from what the anime did, and 10 times better.
Akamega kill.
But the only reason why the anime is so different from the manga was because the manga was still ongoing at the time. So by the time the anime caught up, they just, of course, did their own thing and did their own anime ending, which isn't bad. I probably would have liked it if I hadn't seen that the manga was still ongoing. So I was like, oh, okay, let me continue the story. Maybe there's more I missed. And then I read it and I was like, holy shit, there's so much more that happens. So much cooler thing that happens. It's like, what?
Speaking of anime original endings,
Yes.
while the abundance of character deaths, political strife, and bloody
No,
scuffles
Akame got
ensured
killed, so
that
good.
this rendition
I actually
of the
did a
Dark
podcast
Fantasy
episode
series earned
discussing
plenty
it.
of good reception upon release, especially with its psycho ladies. The dismal end that befell the members of the Night Raid were mostly
You know, it's funny.
non-canon, especially Tatsumi's nonsensical downfall.
I'm from. Oh, so you're from India. Cool. Oh, it's like Sweet Home, like the series, and webtoons are different. Yeah, but that's how it is with a lot of animes. Unfortunately, a lot of them, if they're so popular, they get an anime adaptation, and if God forbid the manga is still ongoing while they're making the anime, then especially back in the day, they used to do this a lot. They would just wrap up the story with their own ending. And the manga would either still be ongoing or still ongoing to this day, and so much has happened. And it's just like, ugh. I mean, nowadays they do kind of give it a break if the anime is getting too caught up to the manga, they'll give it a break before they do more stories instead of making filler. But what was I gonna say? Funny that in this they put Rurouni Kenshin, which it does have a remake, and the season 2 of it is currently airing, so that's funny. Where is not in this? I don't know. There was an anime I was looking for, but I can't remember. Okay, so let's do the Ben. Oopsie. Ben. Why is my cap on? Ben 10 timeline. Well, not the reaction. I need the whole thing. By Ink Tank, right? That's what the name was? The entire story of Ben 10 Illustrated. All 5 parts. Alright, so we'll watch that. Oh, well, it was just on the screen before. Right. Alright, so let's... You watch Dr. Mike too? Who's Dr. Mike? Is that something that popped up? Oh! Well, you mean him. Right? Wait, now who's this? I was following anime rapper because he was at my state's anime convention this year, and I actually posted some videos on TikTok of the performance they did. Is your chat a bit delayed? A little bit. Sometimes they come in a bit late, which is weird, but which it shouldn't. But I don't know. All right, so let's watch this. It's like, why am I not hearing anything? Alright. Oh, so they did this for the anniversary. Okay.
Hi, I'm Yuri Lowenthal, the voice of Ben Tennyson.
This is Paul Lighting, the voice of Max Tennyson.
Hi, I'm Tara Strong, the voice of Ben Tennyson.
Greg Sipes, the voice of Kevin Levin. And right now, that's how we do it. And this is Wingman G, the real life Beast Boy. And you're watching the Ink Tank, babies.
Thanks for tuning into the Ink Tank.
Thanks for tuning into the Ink Tank.
I love working on Ben 10, and I wish they would do a Ben 10 animated feature film.
We had a great time working on that show. We were a family, even the aliens.
I love being Ben, because I get to turn into whatever alien I want. At least, most of the time.
Don't touch my car. Enjoy the video, yo.
We hope you enjoy the video.
Hope you enjoy the video. It's hero time.
Going hero. Bye, guys.
This is Max. Out.
That's cool. That they got the voice actors to do that? That's sick.
An unquantifiably long amount of time ago, there was a blank dimension without a universe in it. The fifth-dimensional cosmic traveling beings known as the Quantumalia arrive at this dimension.
Oh, I love
their
Grandpa Max.
never-ending expedition of creating universes through this device known as the Annihilar Genesis Thoriaphimiagost, or the Annihilarg for short. Briefly
I was like,
before
what
the
did you just
universe
say?
was about to be created, the time-traveling would-be dictator Maltruant arrives. With him,
Yeah,
is
I would
the
say
Annihilar,
Grandpa Max was definitely my
programmed to
favorite
create a
character in the
universe
show.
his image, with himself as the supreme ruler. Before the evil Annihilar can go off, shape-shifting hero beyond time known as Ben Tennyson arrives with his partner Rook, and using the power of all of his transformations, contains the Big Bang and defeats Maltruant, scattering his body into pieces across the universe.
Wait, is that
destined to
Omniverse?
repeat his failure over and over again, trapped in a time loop. Gazing upon the faces of God, Ben and Rook admire the beauty of creation.
I don't remember what he looked like young.
The Universe Prime is born.
I'd have to look that up. Because all I remember how he looked was the one we saw once Ben 10 stuff. 10. Grandpa Max. Okay, so that was like the ending of Omniverse. I was like, wait a minute. I just thought they were gonna just start from the beginning. I'm not finding it. Let me see. Young. Oh, this is what he looked like? Oh, goddamn, Grandpa Max. Wait, where'd he go? Really? He looks like... I think Ben's dad looks the most like him. That's crazy. Oh, but this is what he looked like when he was a kid. Yeah, you could definitely see the family resemblance. That's crazy. I forgot that they did an episode where he got young, or you see him young. That's so wild. But, okay. We see Grandpa Max. Yep.
This video is the completed, illustrated retelling of the entire history of Ben 10, from the classic series all the way to Omniverse. The information will be presented chronologically, so you will see all flashback and time travel shenanigans.
Grandpa
play
Max
out
was
in the
also
order they
supposed to
would
be
happen
the
in
first
natural
person on the moon, but was fighting with aliens. Really? I don't remember that at all. It's been forever since I've seen Ben 10, or anything Ben 10 related, so that's crazy. Wait. Hold on. I think that, now that I'm thinking it, I think that popped up in, I think, not, either Alien Force or Ultimate Alien, I think that popped up, because then they met his, wasn't their grandma that discussed that. I think it was some other female alien that was in love with him. Yeah, I think that's how they knew, or I think that's how that brought up. An alien came down that, or maybe it was their grandma. Maybe we were getting like a backstory of how they met.
progression of the universe.
By the end, you should be well versed in the legacy that is the hero of heroes. I'd love to hear reactions from both longtime fans and new beginners of the show, and see if they can follow along.
Now, let's begin. Released into the universe are these single-celled ancestors to all DNA, known as slimebiots. These sentient genetomorphic species gather, carry, mix, and deposit DNA across the growing universe for eons to come. They are essentially the creators of most known sentient life today. Sometime after the universe
That's
had
where
come to
Gwen's
grow,
powers
a
come
small
from.
planet
Alien
gives birth
X.
to a genius that will become the
Really?
smartest being in many galaxies. Azimuth, a Galvan who at full height is only about 6 inches tall, soon begins to flourish his passions to invent and learn alongside his mate, Zenith. His first grandiose invention being an entire artificial planet known as Primus. Obsessed with his own capability, Azimuth sought out to find a way to tap into the fundamental forces of the universe and control the laws of physics himself. Inspired by a solitary alignment, Azimuth forged the Sword of Ascalon, a sword that wields such great power, one can't
Okay, I
help
remember
but compare
that.
it to magic. This pushed Zenith away, with a young Azimuth too ignorant to care. However, the sword was stolen by a fierce incursion warrior, hoping to put an end to their constant world wars. This eventually led to the destruction of the incursion planet. Azimuth blamed himself. After retrieving the sword, Azimuth was still longing to prove the sword's creation was valid. Eventually, Azimuth visited a, quote, pathetic backwater planet he came across on his studies.
Earth?
Circa 1131, the medieval era. Georgius, a Roman soldier cursed with immortality, is defending his land from a cross-dimensional shape-shifting being known as the Dagon, enslaver of 100 different dimensions, and his army of demon Lacubras. To relinquish the assault, Azimuth offers the knight his sword if Sir George, the Roman soldier's current name, was worthy enough to wield it. Sir George indulges on Azimuth's offer and engages in an epic battle.
Imagine trying to
George
end a
cutting off the
world
heart of the
instead of the
Dagon,
world end.
leaving
Instead the
Azimuth
world
buried
ends,
within.
right?
As the Dagon's heart was the source of his power, George was then able to magically seal the Dagon away, freeing humanity from his reign. Sir George then founded the Forever Knights, vowing to protect Earth from
Alright, that is how the
threats
Forever
and
Knights were
prepare for the
created.
Dagon's potential
I remember
second
that.
coming. Azimuth sought out to right his wrongs by inventing something to represent peace instead of war.
The
hoping that one
Omnitrix,
day,
right?
his lost lover would notice. Eventually, Azimuth became antisocial and put himself in isolation on Xenon, and began developing the Omnitrix,
I knew it.
which can transform the user into a multitude of alien species. Azimuth would continue to perfect his invention over time. In the 1770s, George Washington is leading a secret organized branch of hunters dedicated to learning about and protecting the world from supernatural threats and rumors. A stranded Maltruant arrives here and receives aid from
George
a young
Washington is
vanished
also
traveler
canon in
named
Ben
Vilgax.
10, by the way.
Vilgax helps Maltruant repair his ship,
This is,
and in return,
don't remember this
Maltruant
at all
gives
either,
Vilgax
but
the
okay.
Chronosybian time bomb. The two are soon intercepted by Ben and Rook time-hopping once again, and fight off young Vilgax and Maltruant with the help of George Washington. Seeing Ben transform from species to species inspired Vilgax's lifelong lust for this unique kind of power, as Ben unknowingly became the catalyst for his greatest foe. Washington cuts the anchor of Vilgax's ship.
That's crazy. I don't remember that at all.
The cherry tree. This also marks
So
the first
Ben was the
recorded
reason
alien
why
sighting on Earth,
Vilgax
and
wanted the
Washington's
Omnitrix.
organization starts to integrate extraterrestrial matters.
And
This
in a
sets
sense,
the
ended up
foundation of
hunting
the
down
force,
Ben
meant to fix
once he
leaks
got
in
it.
human
That's
society.
crazy.
They create a headquarters hidden behind the faces of Mount Rushmore, a nod to their original members, the Founding Fathers. In 1952, an unnamed scientist working in a secret base of
I
operations
forget his
just
name.
outside of Bellwood is completing his work on a machine
But he
that
looked
uses
familiar.
quartz
I know who this
crystal
is.
to break a hole in the space-time continuum. The machine erupts, and both the scientist and his assistant disappear, thought to be dead.
And they're able to,
In
like, travel through
1962,
time now.
10 years later, Air Force pilot turned astronaut Maxwell Tennyson saves the life of an energy being named Verdona from an android that aspired to use her as a power source. The two eventually start a family together. Also present was an alien police officer named Magister Labrid, who invites Max to join the Force. This stems the integration of the intergalactic merger of said police force and the Earth Plumbers. Plumbers are now multi-galaxy wide and operate as the definitive
Paradox.
law
There we go.
enforcement for all
Paradox.
galaxies under their jurisdiction. Max would go on to work with many partners through his years on the Force. On one of his missions, an Osmosian named Devin Levin gave his life for Max,
Devin Levin.
entrusting him to
Kevin
keep an
Levin's
eye on his
dad.
son. We come to know this son's name as Kevin Levin, who was born with the power to absorb any kind of energy, matter, or DNA into himself and replicate it. Of course, it would take a very long time for Kevin to control his abilities, and after accidentally destroying his family's home, he runs away to the city of New York. A few years pass, and Asmith has finally finished the prototype version of his Omnitrix, and tasked one of Max's old love interests, Xylene, to transport the Omnitrix to the greatest plumber on record, Max Tennyson, for safekeeping. However, rumors of the Omnitrix's existence has spread through the universe. Now a fierce warlord with a reputation, Vilgax catches wind of these rumors, igniting his hunger to taste this power he once witnessed hundreds of years ago, and sets a course to intercept Xylene's mission and capture the Omnitrix for himself. A fight for the Omnitrix between Xylene and Vilgax's ship causes an explosion. This concludes with Vilgax suffering life-threatening injuries, imprisoning him on his own ship until he can properly heal. Xylene injects the Omnitrix into a pod locked onto Max's DNA, but she herself falls into the Arctic, freezing her into a deep sleep for the time being. Back in Bellwood, Max Tennyson, now retired and living in a motorhome, decides to take his grandchildren on a cross-country trip to help bring them closer together. A 10-year-old Ben Tennyson, accompanied by his cousin Gwen, begin their road trip with Max at a campsite in Yosemite Park, California. Through a series of events we later learn were manipulated by greater forces, Ben finds himself crossing paths with a mysterious being that fell from the sky. The Omnitrix quickly attaches itself to Ben's wrist, igniting the legend of Ben 10, kid superhero that can change into 10 different alien forms. Max has yet to reveal to his grandchildren his alien hunting past, but uses his knowledge of alien life and combat training to help Ben master his powers. The trio spend the summer going from state to state, stepping in to help out battle evildoers and save the day when they can. During a trip to New York, the gang eventually run into Kevin, who uses his abilities to absorb the DNA of Ben's aliens for him to use for his own selfish, psychopathic gain. A discharge from the Omnitrix sends Kevin into hiding, where he experiments more with the alien DNA he now has merged into his body. As their adventures continue, Ben starts to have visions of a mysterious onlooker, someone who has been spying on him and testing him by sending bounty hunters and alien drones. Vilgax's healing time has come to an end, and now with a much more powerful cybernetic body, Vilgax heads straight to Earth to claim the Omnitrix as his own.
Yeah, I remember that.
Vilgax successfully captures Ben, taunting him.
That was something that happened in Omniverse. It was a reveal. That was like, oh wow.
Max reveals his history as a plumber to Gwen, and the two head to Mount Rushmore to gather more weapons to save Ben. Meanwhile, a power surge on Vilgax's ship begins to shift Ben between his alien forms. A final assault between Ben, Gwen, and Max against Vilgax leaves him trapped on his exploding ship. Max agrees to open up to the kids about his secret life, and the three become stronger and closer together. As their summer adventures continue, the trio expand their capabilities. Max comes out of retirement and begins to re-familiarize himself with his old technology and weapons. Gwen takes an interest in magic after stealing a spellbook from one of their many reoccurring villains. And Ben soon discovered that there are more than
Charmcaster
in the Omnitrix.
I was blanking on her name.
Fighting styles. Vilgax eventually emerges under a partnership with Kevin, who has now permanently damaged his body with the
Alright. I forget this happens to him like multiple times.
Gains access to the master control of his Omnitrix. Max seals them both away in the Null Void, an alternate dimension made to inhabit the galaxy's worst criminals. On Max's 60th birthday, Ben and Gwen are thrusted 20 years into the future by Gwendolyn, an adult version of Gwen, now a master of martial arts and magic. During this brief journey, Ben evaluates the arrogant and selfish behavior he develops as he matures into adulthood, and vows to make different choices as he grows. Ben and Gwen are returned to their time shortly after defeating future Vilgax.
I always thought she was pretty cool too, especially for a villain. Especially since Gwen didn't really have like a rival until Charmcaster came along. So I thought it was a good balance.
Yet again hurled into the future. This time, only 6 years during a chrono randomization barrier error by 16-year-old Ben Tennyson. Ben then helps his future self and defeat Ultimate Agrigor. More on that later. After this event, Ben is sent back to his own time and recalls this journey as a vague dream. Towards the end of the summer, the Omnitrix's self-destruction is accidentally turned on during a battle with
I remember this.
enemies, Dr. Animo. Ben Ben is taken to space by Tetrax, an ex-bounty hunter turned vigilante, to help Ben find the creator of the Omnitrix.
They made a movie off of this.
Self-destruct, as the destruction's power will destroy the entire
That was such a good movie.
Vilgax escapes the Null Void and trails them, intending to steal the Omnitrix once and for all, or force the creator to build him a new one. The gang finally meet Azimuth, who at first refuses to fix the Omnitrix as he believes the universe is doomed to destroy itself anyway. In a last effort to save the universe, Ben battles Vilgax and his army one final time without use of the Omnitrix. This inspires Azimuth to put his faith in Ben as the future hope of the universe, and fixes the Omnitrix, unlocking one of Ben's most powerful forms in the process.
Big wave!
Azimuth keeps an eye on Ben from that point forward, but for now, still refuses to give him the master control.
Yeah, he doesn't get that till
Meanwhile,
years
back on
later.
Earth, the Hybrid begins seeding their plans for universal domination by planting sleeper agents and slowly integrating themselves into society. With summer vacation over, Ben and Gwen return to school. The disorientated dad of Azimuth soon visits and declares war on Ben after misinformation leads him to believe that Ben has killed Azimuth, and a Toku Star battle in the middle of Bellwood City causes miles of detrimental property damage. The city secretly enlists the help of various aliens to help rebuild Bellwood, with the aliens taking up camp below the surface. Over time, these camps would
big
form a
wave.
city of their own.
That was... But that was
A year
close.
passes, and Ben unlocks a new transformation named Feedback and quickly becomes addicted to using him.
Feedback.
Meanwhile, in the Null Void, Kevin finds himself in a plumber-operated prison and meets Quarrel, a wise inmate with knowledge on Osmosians. He helps Kevin learn to control his rage, which was the trigger of his initial mutation. The more energy an Osmosian absorbs, the more insane they become. To combat this, Kevin learns to absorb matter instead, creating a suit of armor with whatever material he touches. Quarrel helps Kevin escape by sacrificing his life at the hand of the prison warden, who has a deep hatred for criminals. This memory haunts him through his early teens.
Damn.
Still trapped in the Null Void, Kevin is found and recruited by Proctor Cervantes, leader of the Rooters, a special Black Ops division of the Plumbers. Cervantes was a corrupted scientist who frequently abducted children and performed experiments on them, attempting to create an army of superpowered beings that can assassinate a target known as the Oncoming Storm. When he discovered Kevin, he thought of him as the key to achieving his dream, and uses Kevin's powers to experiment on himself and a new team of children, creating the Rooters. After a period of training, the Rooters are sent to Earth to execute Ben Tennyson, with the assault led by Kevin. During the battle, the assault fails, which highly upsets Proctor Cervantes, calling the Rooters project a failure. He wipes Kevin's mind of any memory of him, and does the same to the other Rooters, and lets them loose once again into the Null Void. With his new friend by his side, Kevin and Argent wander the Null Void. They eventually find a way out, and after a few scandals as traveling con artist partners, agree to go their separate ways. On Galvan Prime, Azimuth has moved back to his homeworld and becomes their first thinker. During the creation of the Galvanic Mechamorph, a species of sentient blobs of nanites that can possess and enhance machinery that live on Galvan Prime's moon, named Galvan B, one Mechamorph was made incomplete, which corrupted both his biomass and his sanity. His name was Malware. Azimuth worked to develop a cure to stabilize him, but it was deemed a failure. Malware became hostile and attempted to cure himself by kidnapping Albedo, one of the assistants of Azimuth, forcing him to develop a cure. This only mutated and corrupted Malware further. Malware then planned to absorb the Omnitrix and use its power to perfect his form. He steals an incomplete blueprint from an altercation with Ben, and begins
that's
working
because
on
the
an
other
Omnitrix
Ben,
unit
right? The
with
one
a
with the red
scientist known as
eyes
Dr.
and white
Psychobos.
hair?
The two realize that they are in need of DNA samples to program into their Omnitrix, and enlist the services of Kyber the Huntsman to collect samples from the predators of Ben's aliens. Malware then ambushes the Tennysons, and in an effort to crush Ben's spirit, rips feedback out of Ben's Omnitrix and vaporizes him, destroying Ben's ability to transform into him. Malware, Dr. Psychobos, and Kyber then spend the next 5 years collecting DNA samples for what they will eventually call the Nematrix. Heartbroken by the loss of feedback, Ben eventually has the Omnitrix removed.
I knew it! I don't know, the
4
color
years
just
later,
screamed to
Ben
him.
is now 15 years old and continues living a normal life, playing sports and drinking smoothies. With Grandpa Max missing, Ben re-equips the watch, and with the help of Gwen and Magister Labrid, the high-ranking plumber that originally recruited Max, they begin their search. However, as a catch, the Omnitrix has recalibrated after Ben's 4-year hero hiatus and has locked away his original transformations, while giving him 10 new ones. The three run into Kevin Levitt, now 16 and back on Earth, during a weapons deal with the Forever Knights. The DNA aliens,
I always forget he's like a
slaves
year
of
older
the
than
High
Ben.
Reed, are also present, and after a short escapade, Magister Labrid dies in battle, leaving Ben to carry on Max's legacy. Double-crossed from his weapons deal and honored by Labrid's sacrifice, Kevin offers his help in defeating the Hybrid and their DNA aliens. Recalling Ben's so-called dream of a future where he and Kevin were friends, Ben agrees, and the iconic Alien Force trio is formed. Using his new abilities, the trio begin recruiting superpowered allies for an upcoming invasion. Some were good, some were bad, and some were quite questionable. The three eventually find that Max is still alive and has been deep undercover investigating the Hybrid fleet, only to seemingly die yet again by using an unstable null-void projector as a grenade to kill a Hybrid general and give Ben and his team another
Hello,
fighting
Dojo
chance.
Flame.
To honor Max's sacrifice, Ben continues his journey to put together a valuable team.
Just watching
As the
this
Hybrid
Ben 10
invasion gets
timeline.
closer, many revelations are made. Gwen finds out that her powers come from her alien grandmother and has been using magic to channel her abilities. The gang meet Professor Paradox, a man thought dead due to a failed time travel experiment that has accidentally launched him outside of reality, where he learned to bend time and space and find his way back. And most importantly, Ben had unlocked his most powerful transformation yet, Alien X, a nigh omnipotent being that can bend reality with a mere thought. Although this power comes with complications to overcome. Later, after a distress call from the Null Void by one of the allies Ben has made, he discovers that Max has yet again escaped the clutches of death, and the Null Void grenade ended up transporting him to this dimension, where he has began an uprising against the dictator persona of Dr. Animo, known as the Void. Ben assists the revolution, but Max refuses to leave, as he believes there is still work left for him to do there, but promises to return one day. Now an independent leader, not by burden, but by choice, Ben prepares for war. The war officially begins with the fall of Galvin Prime, the homeworld of Azimuth. He and Paradox then set things into motion. Ben calls in every favor he has at the time for a final assault on the Hybrid, as their plans to extinguish all life they deem impure, which is any race that is not their own, is in full effect. Azimuth at first refuses for Ben to participate in the war, as the Omnitrix is too valuable to risk losing, but after realizing that nothing will stop Ben from fighting, he grants Ben access to the Master Control, the full powers of the Omnitrix that he had only experienced once before. Ben fights his way to the Hybrid Control Tower, only to find that the true Hybrid Supreme Council is located on their home planet. Max triumphantly returns with his own team to give Ben the fighting chance to make it to the Supreme Council. There, it is revealed that the Hybrid race is actually dying, and they intend to wipe out the galaxy along with them. On a whim, Ben uses the Omnitrix's genetic damage repair function, amplified by the Hybrid galactic jump gates, to rejuvenate the Hybrid's entire toxic bloodline, recombinating their DNA and giving them a second chance at life. With the war ended, and Ben Tennyson now recognized as a galactic hero, the Hybrid return home. Max continues training the Max Force, his new team of recruits, while Azimuth says his goodbye to Ben, who has yet again lost access to the Master Control.
Yep.
Ben's new heroic status starts to cloud his judgment, and fuels his ego. Months later, Vilgax arrives on Earth with his follower, Siphon. Vilgax issues a Conqueror's Challenge, a law galactically enforced that allows the opposer to challenge that planet's greatest hero, with the champion obtaining ownership of the planet upon victory. Vilgax has done this to 10 other worlds, including his own home planet, which has now been renamed Vilgaxia, redeeming his status as a banished criminal to a respected leader and warrior. With his 10 victories, Vilgax now wields many new powers and weapons. To ensure victory, Kevin and Ben attempt to hack the Omnitrix after Azimuth refuses to help Ben
and this
after
like
the Hybrid
F's
war
up
gave
Kevin
Ben a
again, if
much
I
more
remember.
arrogant personality. The experiment goes awry, breaking the Omnitrix, releasing some of Ben's aliens into the world, and permanently mutating Kevin for a second time. The trio work together to recapture Ben's missing aliens, but the Omnitrix remains broken. The challenge begins, and Ben appears to be a perfect match for Vilgax's new powers, until Vilgax gets the upper hand and kills Ben in his chromosome transformation. Suddenly, Ben's broken pieces begin to reform into another transformation, Diamond Head, one of his original 10, and promptly defeats Vilgax. As time goes goes on, the trouble weighs on the trio due to his mutation, as no one is able to figure out how to cure him. Unable to escape his defeat, Vilgax continues to pursue the trio, eventually teaming up with Azimuth's ex-assistant, Albedo. After a failed attempt to recreate the Omnitrix after he was deemed unworthy, Albedo was accidentally genetically altered, now resembling a warped Ben Tennyson.
Yep.
The two agreed to an alliance to retrieve the Omnitrix from Ben. Albedo would use the Omnitrix to cure himself, and Vilgax to rule the galaxy. Albedo eventually stole an Omnitrix core from Azimuth to complete the Ultimatrix, a device that can turn Albedo into Ben's aliens, and then evolve them into their ultimate form. The two capture Gwen and Kevin and threaten execution unless Ben hands over the Omnitrix. Ben complies, and Vilgax uses the Omnitrix to power his Bioid army, finally achieving his dream of commanding an army of Omnitrix users. Vilgax double-crosses Albedo and keeps the Omnitrix for himself. As Vilgax begins his reign over the galaxy, Ben activates the self-destruct on his Omnitrix via voice command, telling Vilgax that the Omnitrix will destroy itself if he does not give it back to Ben. Vilgax believes Ben is bluffing and lets the Omnitrix explode, destroying it for good. Ben swipes the Ultimatrix from Albedo to once again gain the power to transform into his aliens, but now has the option to go ultimate. During the battle, Vilgax's ship
He
plummets
really
into
is.
the ocean, where Vilgax unleashes his true form, only to be defeated by Ben using Ultimate Swamp Fire. The destruction of the Omnitrix also cures Kevin, as the frequency from their original experiment is what kept Kevin in his mutated state.
Yeah.
Armed with new abilities, the trio's journey continues. On Osmos 5, home planet of the Osmosian race, a tyrant named Agrigor sets out to absorb the powers of 5 special alien species, which would give him the power to survive the treacherous journey to collect all 4 parts of the map of infinity. Agrigor captures the aliens and makes his way back to Osmos 5, where he will absorb their powers through a special machine. The alien prisoners revolt and crash land on Earth, each going their separate ways.
They all become Ben's aliens at one point, if
Off
I'm
the
not
coast
mistaken.
of the ocean, Vilgax washes up and is found by bystanders. Too weak from his previous battle, he cannot return to his normal form and can barely move. He is unable to resist being sold to a traveling
Omnitrix
carnival
also has
as
a
sideshow
failed
until
safe
he's
mode, which means
discovered
that the
by a member
Omnitrix
of
will
the
keep
Flamekeeper
Ben alive no
Circle,
matter what.
Run by a man
Oh.
named Conduit Edwards. The Flamekeeper Circle is a religious charity organization at face value, but in secret, worship an ancient being known as the Dagon. They believe that humanity was jump-started by aliens, and that the Dagon would one day return to Earth for a second coming of enlightenment.
He
And
pretends
just
to be
so
it.
happens that Vilgax bears a passing resemblance to him. Members of the Circle are known as the Esoterica, and as worshippers of the Dagon, have the ability to phase in and out of dimensions, and expel powerful demonic energy. Vilgax, accepting his false identity as the Dagon, is cared for and nursed back to health by the Circle. Life seems to have fallen into repetition for the trio, until Ben discovers that his secret identity was leaked online, bringing him a lot of unwanted attention in the media and his personal life. The trio track down the leak to a low-class childhood blogger named Jimmy Jones, who deduced Ben's secret himself. He tips them off about an alien stealing pieces of a nuclear bomb in Florida for them to investigate. Kevin unleashes their new ship, the Rust Bucket 3, and sets a course. They come across the first of the 5 Andromeda aliens that they agree to rescue and help return to their home worlds. In the end, Agrigor always had the upper hand and recaptured the aliens for himself, completing his mutation as Ultimate Agrigor. The following battle leaves Max with a damaged nervous system, stranding him on Galvin Mark II while he heals. Paradox claims that he was the one who hid all 4 pieces of the map of infinity, as a race between Ultimate Agrigor and the trio begins. Despite their efforts, Ultimate Agrigor proves to be very smart and very powerful, and builds the map of infinity, which grants him access to the Forge of Creation, where celestial sapiens, such as Alien X, are born. Paradox brings them to the Forge's entrance, where Ben accidentally entangles himself with a chrono-randomization barrier, pulling his 10-year-old self out of the timeline for a team-up of generations. The two Bens, Gwen and Kevin, battle Ultimate Agrigor on the palms of a giant celestial sapien mother. Agrigor plans to absorb its child and obtain omnipotence, as infinite celestial sapiens do not have the same drawbacks as their adult selves. Just as he is about to succeed, Kevin sacrifices his sanity and absorbs the powers of Ben's Ultimatrix, creating Ultimate Kevin, and defeats Agrigor by absorbing his powers too.
But then goes
The
nuts.
overwhelming power immediately drives Kevin mad, and the trio is temporarily broken. Paradox takes young Ben back to his own timeline, allowing him to recall these events as a dream, so Ben can faintly remember a future where they were once best friends. Kevin's involuntary betrayal drives a wedge between Ben and Gwen. Gwen continues to support the idea that Kevin has changed, and they should save him no matter what. Ben disagrees, saying Kevin is obviously too far gone, and they should kill him before anyone else gets harmed by him. Meanwhile, Ultimate Kevin hungers for power and attacks many of his old friends and enemies alike, including the Max Force and the Warden that killed his childhood friend who helped him escape. With the help of sometimes enemy Darkstar and Cooper Daniels, a technopath, Ben and Gwen each take their own shot at dealing with Kevin. Gwen tries to get Kevin to see reason, which fails. Ben engages Kevin in battle, as both nearly die at different points. Darkstar and Cooper finalize a device that can cure Kevin, powered by the remains of the Dominus Librium, an ancient energy-conducting artifact believed to be of alien origin. With Kevin cured, the trio reunited, and Max finally healed from his injuries, all seems well in the world. This is until the Forever Knights, continuing their ancient tradition of finding and exploiting alien technology, come across an old seal bearing their symbol that they believe to be a weapons vault. They crack open the vault, but it is too strong to break open entirely, and lets loose a creature that starts wreaking havoc on Bellwood. This gains the attention of the trio, who work with the Knights to track down the creature. When found, the creature leeches onto Gwen, embedding itself into her mind, temporarily controlling her. The trio free her, leaving Gwen with new memories, revealing the creature to actually be a demon that feeds off of prayers called a Lucubra, a servant of a great being named the Dagon. What they broke was actually a seal that was keeping the beast away, and now he is slowly breaking free again. The broken seal also alerts an old man from the senior center known simply as George, who begins to make his way to the seal. Confirming it is broken, his quest to slay the Dagon begins once more. He goes to Area 51 and teleports the entire base onto the side of a mountain and uses it as a place to perform his operations. Meanwhile,
Oh
the
yeah,
trio
I'm on
is
that.
confronted by Paradox and Ultimate Ben, another version of Ben's future. Ben realizes that every time he meets his future self, his future will change, but for now, this future comes with the power to access his transformations while in human form.
I don't remember
They
that
arrive to
either.
help put an end to Eon, an evil time walker who has been traveling across the multiverse, killing different Ben Tennysons. Although
Whoa.
they later find that this is not the case, as he is in fact recruiting them for his own personal reasons. The trio, Ultimate Ben and Paradox, defeat Eon by destroying their universe's version of the Hands of Armageddon, which is said to exist simultaneously in every possible universe. Ultimate Ben returns to the future after giving Ben's Ultimatrix new transformations, and Paradox warns Ben to beware a man named Old George. At this time, Old George hails
I think
a
that makes
meeting at
sense.
Area
If you would
51
meet your
with the
future
leaders
self,
of
then
each
something would
faction of the
change.
Forever Knights, who have all had their own run-ins with Ben over the years, and proclaims that the Knights must carry out their true order, exterminating all aliens on the planet. He upgrades the Knights with advanced armor and weaponry, with special vehicles to complement. The Purge, as it is officially titled, is kicked off with the death of Pierce Wheels, one of Max's students, prompting the trio to step in. Ben puts an end to the Purge, but later finds that the entire event was a distraction, as George's real quest was to re-obtain the Sword of Ascalon, which is currently still piercing the Dagon's heart in his
Oh, so
invisible
he was Ben.
teleporting
Okay,
fortress.
that's
George
weird.
was able to calculate where the fortress would
Guess he
appear
just forgot to
next,
mention that
and
part.
using his notes, Gwen and the gang follow closely behind. At the fortress, George and the trio are both met by Vilgax, who were brought by the Flamekeeper Circle. Still thinking Vilgax is Dagon, they aim to reunite Dagon with his heart so he may regain his full power and save humanity. As a battle between the Esoterica and the Forever Knights ensues, Vilgax grabs hold of Ascalon and is rejuvenated back to his land form, now powered by the sword. He then hears the voice of the real Dagon, telling him he is aware of his shenanigans, but will actually grant him ultimate power if he becomes his servant, and go back to the seal and finish breaking it to set Dagon free. Vilgax agrees and heads towards the seal, with the trio and Old George chasing him. At the seal, Vilgax fails to fully break it, and is instead sucked into the cracks, leaving Ascalon behind. Old George reunites with Ascalon, and is restored to his youthful strength. Old George says the Dagon is his mission, and the trio agree to back off for now and see if Old George can handle it on his own. A few weeks later, the trio investigate the Flamekeeper Circle's hideout, but find no one there. They find that they have rallied around the seal with an army of Esoterica to help free Dagon once and for all. The Forever Knights, led by Sir George, stand against the Esoterica. As hundreds upon hundreds of knights in Esoterica break into an all-out war, Conduit Edwards kills Sir George's squire, so Sir George kills Conduit Edwards, with Edwards still proclaiming his loyalty to the Great Dagon with his last dying breath. Ben soon finds and joins George in battle, where they are confronted by Vilgax, who has now been granted demonic power from Dagon to destroy the seal. They fight against Vilgax's new form, but appear evenly matched. As the seal cracks even more, Dagon's power is released onto Earth, turning every living being on the planet into Esoterica. Aside from George and the trio, who were protected by Gwen. However, the seal still isn't fully broken. Unsatisfied with Vilgax as his servant, Dagon reconnects with Gwen through a bug he implanted in her during the Locubra incident, and forces her to break the seal. Gwen succeeds, and Dagon frees himself into the universe. Dagon towers over them in a godlike prestige, and does battle with the trio and Sir George as the last defense against humanity. The Dagon turns George into dust, ultimately defeating him. As all hope seems lost, it is actually Vilgax, who was planning for this the whole time, who defeats Dagon by absorbing his power into himself, the same way he stole power from the other 10 worlds he conquered. Against a Dagon-powered Vilgax, Ben wields the Sword of Ascalon himself, and fulfills George's destiny by putting an end to Dagon's power, forever. Ben absorbs the Dagon's power into the sword, and armed with the Ultimatrix, Vilgax proclaims Ben as a god and urges him to use his power to reshape the universe any way he wishes. Tempted by nigh omnipotence, Ben refuses the power and returns the sword to Asmith. Asmith is impressed by Ben's growth since becoming more arrogant after the hybrid invasion, and deems Ben worthy of the new, completed Omnitrix.
Ooh. That's what he uses
trio
in the
slumps back
Omniverse.
into a usual hero time charade until Gwen reveals that she is accepting a scholarship to go to college early, and Kevin is leaving with her, breaking up the Alien Force team. Max sends a freshly graduated Plumber Academy student, Rook Blanco, to be Ben's new partner, and the two slowly begin working out their differences, fighting crime in the underground city known as Undertown, formed from the alien camps that helped rebuild Bellwood back in 2007. They come across a drifting spaceship rumored to be owned by the Contumalia, the creators of the universe, and on board is their Annihilarg, which can both create and destroy universes. In a ragtag fight for the Annihilarg against other foes, the device is accidentally activated, eradicating everyone and everything in the universe except for Ben, who protects himself as Alien X. Finally starting to master his power, Ben uses Alien X to create a new universe to replace his old one, although it is not an exact duplicate, and so far, no one aside from Ben believes this actually happened. After 5 years, Malware finally continues his pursuit against Asmith. Kyber is sent to hunt down and capture Ben with his beast, now armed with the DNA of predators of Ben's respective aliens through the completed Nematrix. Combating species who were naturally born to fight Ben's aliens against a skilled huntsman strengthens the bond between Ben and Rook, becoming true partners. But even with their teamwork, Malware has successfully upgraded himself enough to launch an attack on Galvin Mark II. They begin by destroying their moon, Galvin B, disabling all of the mechamorphs present. Malware then continues to evolve himself using Galvin Mark II's resources and transforms into a giant. Ben struggles to defeat giant Malware and gets absorbed into him, and has an existential realization with his younger self. This revelation restores Ben's old transformation feedback into his new Omnitrix, and becomes the catalyst that puts an end to Malware once and for all. The adventures of Rook and Ben continue as they save the planet from the incursion invasion, prevent Albedo from permanently stealing the brain of Asmith, and liberate the Anur system from the evil clutches of Lord Transil. Paradox returns once more with a warning that the entire multiverse is at stake, as Eon and Vilgax have teamed up and have been time-traveling together for years, putting together an army of evil Ben Tennysons for a war. The battle will take place in an alternate universe, where one of the Bens never found the Omnitrix, because the Omnitrix never even existed here. That universe is then targeted by the evil Bens, only for Ben Prime to swoop in and save him. Ben and Paradox fight alongside Ben 23, Gwen 10, and Ben 10K, another version of Ben's future that has the power to fuse his transformations together to protect No Watch Ben from Vilgax and Eon's army. The battle's true purpose was a distraction, allowing Vilgax to activate his Chronosapien time bomb and erase every single universe and timeline from existence. All except for No Watch Ben, who Ben Prime bequeaths his Omnitrix to seconds before being erased himself. Paradox takes this Ben on a journey to restore the timeline, revealing that it was those two that manipulated the events of Ben Prime's timeline for Ben Prime to receive the Omnitrix in the first place. No Watch Ben also helps Paradox collect the good Bens for battle, but is left behind when the war starts again. No Watch Ben re-enters his universe shortly after the time bomb went off, but now has a better understanding of the Omnitrix and the responsibilities of a hero. Using clockwork, he reverses the effects of the time bomb and restores the multiverse.
No Watch Ben returns the Omnitrix to Ben Prime, and the good Bens effortlessly defeat Vilgax together.
Back in Ben Prime's dimension, Ben is put on trial by the Celestial Sapiens for illegally recreating his universe as Alien X, which violates the Multiversal Preservation Act. The court eventually rules Ben guilty, but by using the Tetraman Trial of Combat, agrees to fight another Celestial Sapien for his own freedom. It is during this battle that Ben finally gains full control of Alien X and defeats the Galactic Gladiator, clearing his name. With the entire universe now aware of what Ben has done, Cervantes finally returns after realizing that the dangerous threat known as Ben Tennyson has put the Omnitrix back on. He restores Kevin's childhood memories of being the Rooters' main assassin, prompting Kevin to do the same.
No, this is so interesting. Some of the stuff I'm remembering is other, and I'm like, when did this happen?
Rook, Kevin, Alan, Helen, and Manny, all in the Rooters' headquarters located in the Null Void. Cervantes physically takes control of the Amalgam Kids, but is unable to do so to Kevin, who he instead corrupts by taunting him about Ben ruining his childhood and imprisoning him. Kevin seemingly turns on the team and joins Cervantes. A fight breaks out between them, leaving Kevin permanently scarred on his chin.
Kevin surprises everyone by revealing that ever since his last mutated incident, he has gained control over his powers and was faking insanity.
With full control of Alien X, Ben solos every anime being a superhero. Yeah.
Leading to his defeat, demotion, and strands him in the Null Void. The Time War is now set into motion as enemies from the future, Subdora and Exoskull, are tasked with collecting all the pieces of Maltruant scattered across the multiverse to become whole again. Lots of time-traveling events lead to Ben and Rook teaming up with Ben's future son, Kenny, and Skurd, a slime biot that found his way onto Ben's Omnitrix and can form special weapons and tools based on Omnitrix DNA. Their goal is to prevent Maltruant from succeeding, but this journey follows Ben all the way to adulthood. Now 36 years old, Ben is fighting to stop Maltruant from building his own corrupted Annihilarg, and travel back to the beginning of time to remake his universe in his image. As a gift from Paradox and Ben 10K, Ben and Rook use special time cycles to follow Maltruant into a literal race against time. They temporarily knock Maltruant outside of the time vortex, stranding him on Earth in the 1770s. Maltruant sends out a distress signal and is greeted by young Vilgax, who agrees to repair Maltruant's carriage in exchange for the Chronosapien time bomb. Ben and Rook arrive to battle them with George Washington. Vilgax is inspired to dedicate his life to obtaining the Omnitrix.
Oh, just a big circle.
Makes his escape back into the vortex. They arrive at the beginning of time to find themselves face to face with a Contumalia ship and are met by the three multiversal gods before them, who take the shape of your heart's desire so you can physically perceive their fifth-dimensional forms. Maltruant arrives not long after and activates his evil Annihilarg. Skurd forms a celestial blade to cut through the Contumalia's chamber, but Ben has no choice but to dive in after the Annihilarg as a last-ditch effort to save the universe.
Hope prevails, and using the power of all of his transformations, Ben contains the Big Bang and fires it into Maltruant, scattering his body into pieces for Ben and Paradox to hide across the multiverse, with Maltruant destined to repeat his failure over and over again, trapped in an endless time loop. Ben says his goodbyes to Skurd, who wishes to join his ancestors in the development of life. The Contumalia are impressed by their observations, and invite Ben and Rook to stay and witness the true birth of their own reality. The Annihilarg is placed into the chamber and sent into the endless void. From there, the Universe Prime is born. But the story doesn't have to end there. This entire video was made to guide you through Ben Prime's legacy, as a testament to my passionate belief that Ben 10 has many more stories to tell. And I invite you to check out my own rendition of the series called 5 Years Later. 5YL is a crossover continuation of Ben 10, written and illustrated by myself, with additional artwork, design, and story input from fellow Ink Tank members O.R. Ash and Hershey. Like Ben 10, it's gone through its own share of changes over the years, but many fans have agreed that our work was able to help bring back the magic of the original franchise, and I hope that our work can do for you what these shows have done for us.
That's
Thanks for
cool.
watching. You can stay up to date with everything going on my social medias and join the Discord to talk to other passionate fans. You can also get weekly updates on 5 Years Later on Patreon for only $1 a month. And don't forget to check out our second channel where we've been streaming 5 times a week. And as always, keep it fizzy.
Alright, that was awesome. Let me go here. Turn that down a bit. Ink Tank is the biggest Ben 10 channel. Let me see. He has over 500k subscribers, so I would assume. But that was so cool. Just sitting there, let me like that actually, so don't forget that. But no, that was so interesting. And just going through it was me trying to remember stuff. I was remembering certain things. Other stuff was just like, I don't remember this at all. It was just such an interesting read of going through the whole. Pretty much just going through Ben 10 all over again, which kind of now makes me want to watch the OG Ben 10 from like beginning to end. But who knows? Maybe I will do that. Honestly, that got me kind of makes me want to watch Ben 10 again. Whoops. Let me fix myself. Oh my god. There we go. But yeah, I think that was such a good thing to do. Kind of ending the game early, because that was driving me nuts. And you know what? I might change my schedule, because I was supposed to play it again Saturday, but I mean, if it's gonna stress me out like that, I think I'll play something else. So I'll think about it. But there are other games. Or I could just do Weathering Waves again. We could do that. We'll see. If it drives me crazy, I think we'll just switch it over to Weathering Waves and just continue on that story. But that's it for me tonight, you guys. I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, just have a great day in general. You know, be safe, be careful. Hope everyone just has fun. It's just safe, and yeah, because at least here from the States, once Thanksgiving is over, once we get over to Black Friday, it's just gonna be straight madness. So definitely be careful after that. But that's it for me. I'll see you guys. Not tomorrow, because I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow. I will see you guys Friday. Well, we'll be discussing manhwas, which, so it'll just be a chatting stream talking about manhwas, which are Korean, like, webtoons, or web novels, just some of the ones I like, and if you guys have any recommendations or any ones that you want me to look up and your favorite, I can definitely do that, too. So that's going to be Friday's stream. But that's it for me. I hope everyone has a great night. Have a great Thanksgiving. And I'll see you guys Friday. Bye!